Hello there, welcome in to the latest edition of the SAU Football Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside Head Football Coach Bill Keopple. And Coach, we're at the point of the year where we're probably going to say this each show until the end of the season. Big week coming up. Every game from this point on is going to be a big game. Your team's coming into this week against Henderson 5-2. Big win over Washita in the Murphy USA Classic. Getting the first win at the Murphy USA Classic in it was the fifth try, so 0-4 going in, got the win. It was a dramatic win coming down there to the end. Renner leads the team down, gets the go-ahead touchdown, but then you had to put it in the hands of your defense and hoping they come up with a stop, and they did when they needed to the most. So talk about just that game as a whole.
Well, game as a whole, number one, it was two really good football teams playing each other. Washita's a very well coached, sound football team, and that's what we expected going in. I mean, going over to El Dorado hasn't been very friendly to us. I mean, our first two trips over there, we played UAM in the Classic over there, and we were horrible at the time as a football team. Even though the second trip over there, we played them a close game. Now, the last two over there against Harding and Henderson were as good a football games as you'd ever want to see, but they are just better than us at the time. And it wasn't for a fact that we haven't been playing good football when we went to El Dorado. We knew that, and we knew that going over there it was going to be tough again. We knew we were playing some pretty good football, but we knew we had a very tough opponent in Washita. So, my hat's off to our football team and the way they fought, and that's a very good sign moving forward with our football team this year. And moving forward with our program. I mean, to get in games like that against a quality opponent and be able to fight to the end like we did, never really at any point did we feel like we weren't going to get it done. And you go back and you look at that last drive we had offensively, and I did it Monday night with my wife. My wife couldn't watch it. She had to go underneath the stand. She said she was about to get sick watching it, but she wanted to see it, so I put it on for her. And I mean, just me looking at it with her, I was just going, "Wow!" You don't even realize some of the situations we were really in on that last drive, and that's a testament to our football team and our players stepping up and making plays when they had to make them. And then the same thing on the defensive side of the football. Yeah, they went down the field pretty fast, but when push came to shove, we were able to get it done at the end, and that's a great sign for our football team, and to be able to bring that big trophy home was a good feeling. I promise you that.
The win puts you at 5-2. Look at the conference standings. There are 4 teams at 5-2. Henderson at top right now, 6-1. I don't think at any time in the Great American Conference at this point of the year, 7 weeks deep, that there have been 5 teams that legitimately have a chance to win a conference championship and feel like they have a chance to win a conference championship. One of those teams, again, Henderson, right in front of you. They sit 6-1. You guys are 5-2. So that's the matchup this weekend. Obviously a big matchup for both teams in terms of keeping their conference championship dreams alive. Right. Going on the road to Arkadelphia, tough place to play over the last few years. It's going to be their homecoming, so they're going to be expecting a big crowd. One of the things that hadn't necessarily been a factor this year, and we're talking a little bit about before the show, some unknowns there. Weather may present an issue there, expecting some rain on Saturday. How do you prepare for that? Do you prepare for that, and just kind of what is it going in?
Well, that's a lot of things to answer right there. I tell you what, no, the Great American Conference has not ever been this jumbled up. We're a young league. This is our 5th year. Obviously, our first year was a messed up year anyhow, with teams playing a Gulf South schedule and a Great American schedule, and some playing 5 games, some playing 8 games. That first year to me was a wash. Washita came out with a championship out of it, and good for them. And then you had two undefeated seasons by Henderson State, and then last year's undefeated by Washita. And so right now, I mean, the championship goes to Arkadelphia, and so we get to go to Arkadelphia and see if we're good enough to be able to take it. And Henderson's a team that has been there every year, and we got to go to their place and try to take it from them. They're going to be a very confident football team. Obviously, they've only lost one game this year, and they know what winning championships are like there. And so that presents a huge challenge for us. And you mentioned the weather. I mean, I wish I had the answer for that, but there's certain things you prepare for in weather. I mean, obviously, we've got a game plan from an offensive standpoint, dry and wet, and there is thought put into that as to how well we will handle a wet ball. I can't tell you that. Even though we did work a little wet ball the other night, and we might do a little bit today with a wet ball, but you know, you never know how a team's going to react to that. The good news is you're going to play on a good surface. They got a great turf surface up there, and outside of it just being a downpour or we get into a bunch of lightning delays, I hope that's not the case. Would put a damper on a great college football game scenario, and so I don't have all the answers for that, but I know this: we got a plan for both, and hopefully our guys can execute it. I know they should be very excited about the opportunity of going up here and playing Henderson in this scenario, a chance to be able to put ourselves into a first place position in the league at this point with 3 games to go after this one. So you know, there's a lot on the line Saturday.
Big game upcoming. Thank you very much for your time. Again, that's head football coach Bill Keopple. He and his Mule Riders are going to Arkadelphia to take on Henderson State, and again, a very pivotal matchup. Henderson 6-1, Mule Riders 5-2 coming in. Expecting hopefully obviously a big crowd for Henderson, but hoping a good amount of people from Magnolia and the surrounding areas go up and support the Mule Riders. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your pre and post game coverage, Coach. We appreciate it and best of luck.
Thank you very much.